same old horse. Henry was allergic to hay. He sneezed about every 20 minutes. That's how he got his name, Handkerchief. Henry didn't just sneeze and schedule. Every day he did the same things at the same time. Henry's so predictable that we always know exactly what he's going to do. Yeah, said Majesty. What a bore! Henry just sneezed, achoo, and walked away. Henry had been teased, but even more, he had thinking that Zez and Majesty might be right. Am I really boring? He wondered. Henry's best friend, Sparkplug, tried to make him feel better. Don't let them bother you, she said, but Henry didn't listen. I'll show them I'm not boring, Henry thought. I can be as unpredictable as anybody. The next day, Zez and Majesty were hanging around the gate when Sparkplug trotted by. Just watch, said Zez. Henry will come out of the barn at exactly 10 o'clock. You don't know that, said Sparkplug. You're just dashing. Just winked at Majesty. Sparkplug didn't know that Zez and Majesty had been watching Henry for days. They knew that Henry's owner, Susan, always brought Henry out of the bar an hour after she arrived today. Today, Susan had gotten to the stable at 9 a.m. Inside the barn, Henry caught Her Jazz and Majesty. This is mad change to be unpredictable, he thought. I just have to stay inside until after 10 o'clock. Henry lowered his head and dug in his heels. Susan turned on the reins. Henry sneezed. Achoo! It was such a big sneeze. Henry couldn't keep his balance. He staggered throughout the barn door at exactly 10 a.m. The next day, Sparkplug was staying on some fresh grass when Jazz and Majesty trotted over. I predict that Henry will be wearing his blue saddle pad today, said Jazz. Inside the barn, Henry saw a new chance to be unpredictable. He just had to make sure that Susan put on his red saddle pad today. Henry snatched his blue pad in his teeth and his hid in beneath a big pile of hay. Then, of course, he sneezed. Achoo! Hay went flying just as Susan arrived. What's your pet doing underneath all this hay, Henry? She said, and she put the blue pad on Henry's back. Oh no, thought Henry. Now I am as predictable as ever. The next day, Zez and Majesty watched a Henry come out into the field to graze. I bet the rolls over first thing, said Zez. Of course he will, said Majesty. He's done it every day for the last 5 days. Henry heard them I won't roll over. I won't, he thought. But the grass looked so tempting. Hanky looked over the zest and majesty. They were looking the other way. Now's might change, he thought. He flopped onto his back. He writhed and rolled. I felt wonderful. Majesty quickly turned around. Hey! Sam out Hanky, he called out. Sam out house. Hanky got to his feet with a sigh. Now watch, whispered. Yes, I bet he'll get a drink next. He does that almost every time. Hanky heard her, but he didn't care anymore. And he was thirsty. He walked over to get a drink. I am predictable, he thought. I am boring. There's nothing I can do about it. Jess called out, I predict that you'll sneeze in 3 minutes. She knew that Hanky sneezed about every 20 minutes. His last sneeze had been 17 minutes again. Sparkle came over to Hanky. Don't hurry, she said. I don't care if you do the same things all the time. You're my best friend, and I like you the way you are. Hanky felt a little better. You're right, said Hanky. From now on, I'm doing what I want when I want to, no matter what anybody thinks. And he stuck his nose back into the water. Just then, his sneeze caught up with him. Achoo! That was predictable, said Sparkplug, but it sure wasn't boring.